We can be happy and sad at the same time. We can be superficially ugly but gorgeous inside. We can stop believing in religion. We can lose all faith in God or in any book. We can sit on the edge of the bridge, throw a bottle into the river. We can celebrate the passing years. I know how important your voice is, and I'm filled with sadness like drowning in chlorine. I'm wasting all my time second-guessing myself. I'm wasting all my time living like I am dead. I'm wasting all my time running for miles and miles. I'm wasting all my time learning to forget you. I'm growing colder with age. Remember my useless accomplishments. You're more than the death you will fall victim to. We cannot stop thinking about the end of life because after death nothing happens. Like the moment we sit staring at our phones. When you made up your mind, I do not believe anything will ever change it. It's necessary to change the world, sitting in these hallways waiting for eternity, sitting in these hallways falling in love with death, dying to feel something real, crawling like my soul away from the torment inflicted upon us, and we have so much passion. The moment when the clouds make the room dark. The days go by without you. The night grows colder here. Now nothing at all will make me put down my pen, lamenting the loss of poets, the ones who died years ago. There are books I'll never read because they remind me of you. There are feelings locked inside me that I cannot annihilate. Remember the days when you used to cry simply because the days are passing, simply because of the air of fall fading into winter. And we know that all over the world people are sitting alone, writing words that will never be heard, much more important than any verse I'll ever write. You are the tide that is rising. You are the wind against my skin. You are the moment before the snowfall on a cold winter evening. You are the days before the world begins to freeze. You are the memory of my first kiss. You are the sleep I'm deprived of. You are the home I never had. You are the light that is fading through the prison window. You are the one I cannot leave. We used to hear so much music and we understood its meaning, but we have suddenly forgotten. I just started to realize how old I've become. When we don't speak to each other, how can we hope to know anything? The days that pass in my desk job, waiting for the world to implode at the end. The world was celebrating living riotously. No images in my mind, just abstractions that are never viable. We return to the notebooks in which we wrote down our dreams. You tell me that you are so incredibly scared of death and the judgment. When I was 10 years old, I felt comfort and peace in the words you said to me on our trip to the beach, and I saw the crashing waves despite the encroaching storm. The hours are silent, waiting here for what may or may not be forever. I wait for you and I fall asleep and dream of you. And you're staring at your iPhone, reading old messages. There is something about music that words cannot express. I collapse in the arms of the one who feels my pain. Writing poems about those I don't know, but they are dead. Not enough energy to write or to get anything done. I cannot complete what I set out to do. I still stand here. I'll always answer you, even if you become my enemy. On the day of her best friend's funeral, she stands in the back of the room. She is done weeping. Running down the alleyway, one day we will escape and we will be together as the best of friends. All I do at home is listen to Silverstein records, remembering the days when breathing was not painful. We have to let the words out because we do not understand what they mean. We'll find out in several years that the songs that defined our relationship lose their meanings or not. These streets are freezing over like my heart. I'm forgetting the dreams I had when I was a child. Priest-style like forgotten shadows. I'm overly analytical. You have a voice. You only need to speak. Words can change the world, change how you feel. We write about what causes us pain. But no one will read the words. They will be glossed over, kept in a hidden library, and uncovered several thousand years from now. Then we will have a voice. Then we will finally be heard. I ask God for nothing for myself. I only pray for you. I only ask that you will live in peace. I am everything that you're not, but I love you. And I know that fire burns what was good about life, destroys your capacity to feel. I'll be here for you, in the business classroom at the end of class, writing down all these words. On the other side of the world, the songs I listen to. I hope the meaning carries over to you. And you will know what it's like one day to live in a world not torn apart by fire and burning buildings, not running away from your burnt down home. Then one day you can come home, rebuild and live in peace, live in harmony with God and neighbor, knowing that you fulfilled what had to be done. The world grows darker with every passing hour, and she goes home and dreams the psalms of the passing hours. On the street, she is so beautiful, but no one will ever recognize it. I called you up on a Saturday night. I've never felt so unhappy inside. You show up at my door and you tell me that you are sorry. I know what hope can do to a person. We deny that we need help. We are lacking inspiration. If you were losing your ability to communicate each day, a little bit at a time, how would you spend the fragile time you have left? Would you hide yourself from the world? I don't believe what I'm hearing. You have changed. I had the wind kicked out of my chest. I fell to the floor, but picked myself up. I'm getting better every day at pouring my heart out on a page and nothing else. I stay home all day and write about the darkness that surrounds us. And I am the shadow in the classroom as you take notes and discover the dreariness of dead letters. Because our nations never understood. We are more than how we are legally defined. You're telling me that you know who I am. I'm telling you, you're wrong. When I'm dead, I see you sobbing at my grave. I don't hear about poetry anymore. Because we argue, we ignore others without knowing a thing about them, without being willing to learn. She comes home and cries after staring at her phone. She never could have a moment to herself away from sadness. The long-fought campaign against what strangles us. I cannot write a happy poem or ever smile again. The last day for humanity won't be anything special. No one will expect the end. People go on hurting other people. So remember the day we met.